Life never works out exactly how you plan for it to. There's going to be some twists and turns, some monkey wrench thrown in your plan, so you need to have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. You know, you can have a goal, but your path to get to that goal is not always going to be straight how you plan for it and anticipate it to be.
Just last year, the budget of KLVB was cut dramatically.
Currently severely underfunded, severely understaffed.
And at a time when we actually need to put more efforts into cleaning up our environment or improving our recycling efforts, it looks as if those who are members of the Lowndes County Commission have, for whatever reason, decided to cut the funds.
The more you have to work with, the more you can do. But if you look at what we have to work with, up until this year we operated with a $60,000 a year budget. That paid for me and everything that we do, which isn't a lot of money. Severely cut that in half down to $35,000 last year. So what we were able to do with $60,000 is, you know, severely cut. Now, you know, I can't afford to get my copier service. I can't afford to buy a toner cartridge, you know, for my printer and these sorts of things. We can't afford to have an awards luncheon for volunteers and partners, community partners, like we have done in the past and stuff like that. But you know, we're hoping that you know, that funding eventually gets restored.
We have a predicament, and we as a community need to stand up, and we have to realize that if we do not speak up and stand up, that this will not get any better. Let me give you some numbers to understand just how important of an issue this is. If you look at the development of a global population, just in 1800, so a little bit more than 200 years ago, did we for the first time actually reach the number of 1 billion people on our planet. It took about 130 years from 1800 until 1930 until we reached the second billion in terms of number of people inhabiting this planet. By the time I was born, which I have to admit was in 1961, we had about 3 billion people on this planet. Now, as we're talking about these issues like KLVB, we have more than 7.6 billion people, and likely within the next 3 or 4 years that number will be rounded up to 8 billion. By 2050 we might have 9 billion people on the planet. In short, there are too many people using too many resources too quickly. There was Benjamin Franklin who once said, "Want not, waste not." And unfortunately, that philosophy, that attitude that he and others during his time still may have considered normal is completely corrupted. Today we have want more, waste more. So we have everything from up to 35% of our foodstuffs we produce will be wasted. With it comes all the waste of fertilizers, herbicides, refrigeration, transportation, everything that goes into not just producing the foodstuffs but also storing it and, you know, refrigerating it and then selling it is literally wasted.
Whenever we first started out, I knew I wasn't going to be able to save the world, you know, just me, but maybe by modifying some behavior modification with some folks in the community, maybe that will have a domino effect and more people will start to pay attention to some of these green issues like litter, recycling, you know, being better stewards of our community and stuff like that. And over the approximately 20 years that I've been with the organization, you know, I've had 13,884 volunteers come out and help us out at different programs and projects and events, things of that nature. And we've collected 1,346.21 tons of litter, debris, electronics, recyclables, and those sorts of things. We convert that out to pounds, that's 2,692,420 pounds that a very small, grossly underfunded organization has, you know, been able to, numbers that we've been able to generate just what we've had to work with. If we had more to work with, yeah, it'd be great. We could do a whole hell of a lot more. But, you know, we're thankful for what we get, thankful for what we've been able to do. And, you know, at the end of the day, I think I can go to bed at night knowing that, you know, I've made a difference. I just looking at these numbers, nearly 2.3 million pounds of crap that would probably still be out in our local community if we hadn't have picked it up.